Hey everybody, Rich here. Happy Friday. I'm gonna go ahead and get this started early. I scheduled it for 1:45, but what's another 6 minutes? So let's just go ahead and get this started. So it's Friday, April 29th, 2022. Hope you all are doing well. And hope you have amazing things planned for the weekend. So what I wanted to talk about, as you guys know, I don't necessarily deal in Forex, but I interact with Forex. It's part of our business. We own Emberic Ventures, an food export company operating in the US and Nigeria. So we deal regularly with Nigeria and the Nigerian capital system. So we have a small crew of people that we hire, employees and contractors that work for us, and that we pay when services are provided. So a part of how do we get money into Nigeria? It's we go through the black market. We go through the Nigerian black market. So there are two ways you can convert foreign currency, hard currency, into the Nigerian local Naira. You could either go through the banking system, which controls the official exchange rate at a much lower conversion rate. I believe currently it's about $4.15, $1 is about 415 Naira. So that's one way for you to go about it. You can go through the traditional financial banking system, or you could go through a parallel market called the black market. Okay, this is you're dealing now with they're still professionals because they're regulated by the Central Bank of Nigeria. They're known as BDCs, Bureau de Change Professionals. They operate within the parallel black market in competition with the Central Bank of Nigeria. So when there's low currency within the Central Bank of Nigeria, in order for people in Nigeria to access the United States dollar, they typically would prefer to go through the banking system at a much lower rate. But if there's no currency available, they have no other option but to tap into the black market at, for the most part, a higher rate. So yesterday I converted some cash, some dollars in Akwa Ibom State. So another thing you have to keep in mind too is rates vary depending on where you are. Okay, so the rates in Akwa Ibom is different from the rates in Kano, is different from the rates in Port Harcourt, Abuja, and Lagos, which is the commercial hub of Nigeria. So with Lagos, rates tend to be a bit higher. I would say about maybe 5 Naira to 7 Naira higher than in other areas. But with us, our primary base of operations is in Akwa Ibom State and not Lagos. So we deal with two BDC black market agents, one in Lagos and one in Akwa Ibom State, and we usually shop around rates between the two agents to see which one is more favorable to our business, and we go with the agent with the highest conversion rate. So what is really driving, if you're wondering, what is driving the lift, or the increase rather, of the dollar, the conversion rate in Naira? What's driving that lift? A few months ago, I would say about a couple of years ago, I remember changing for 460 Naira. And now it's 2 years later, fast forward, we are at a higher rate now. And so the trend that you're seeing is it's going up. It's not stabilizing, and the Naira is not dropping, okay? Which means that the United States dollar is very strong. And then you're gonna ask, what is causing this devaluation? Why isn't the Naira strong? Well, it depends on who you ask, okay? Now, one thing you have to also factor is we are obviously modern times where a lot of people are now working remotely. Technology has really opened up and leveled out this playing field to where Nigerians don't even necessarily have to even look for employers anymore within the Nigerian border. Now, if you are a technology professional and you know your way around the tech space, you could literally stay in Nigeria and work for any company in the world. Like, I know for a fact that United States of America, Nigeria is sort of like becoming an India where the labor force there is massive. And there are recruitment companies out there that are recruiting Nigerian technology professionals to work for companies abroad. And the companies abroad are paying them in dollars. So if you're wondering like what is causing the devaluation of the dollar, it has to be devaluated in order for the country to attract investors, number one, and to attract employment, number two. Because when these jobs and this contracts and these opportunities flow in, they're flowing into the country for a reason, because you get more bang for your buck. You know, so that is really like the critical thing that's driving the devaluation of the dollar. And you also have to realize that when it comes to like labor, like manual labor or professional services, these aren't necessarily tied into Forex. So that is why you're continuing to see the devaluation of the Naira, because it attracts foreign investments. It attracts opportunities, employment opportunities. And we are a primary example of that. Due to the devaluation of the Naira, we are able to, as a company, expand our operations in Nigeria. If you go on our website, you see that we're building a factory. We have employees that are working for us. We pay premium, we pay better wages. And we are also in a point now where we are considering bringing new employees into the fold. This is as a result of the Naira, the devaluation of the Naira and the strength of the dollar. Now, when it gets to a point where the Naira starts gaining strength and isn't necessarily being devalued anymore. Let's say, for instance, I'm just going to give you a broad number. Let's say, for instance, it's 460 right now, and I'm going to get to the actual rate down the line and tell you why it's that high. It gets to 460 Naira. That is not enticing. That is not attractive to companies like myself. I will not be able to bring in more employees or build more infrastructure or develop more projects in Nigeria. So that is why it's critical for the government to, I mean, they still have to operate within a point of common sense and within reason. But is this going to climb? Are you going to see the US dollar to the Nigerian Naira buy rate reach maybe 600 or even cross 600 by the end of the summer of 2022? I don't see why not. I don't see why you wouldn't. So what can you in the diaspora, a Nigerian living abroad, what can you do to leverage the strength of the US dollar? There's just so much you can do to leverage it and have a future-proof life to where you can set something aside and build something towards your retirement. You can capitalize on the strength of the dollar right now by investing in land, in raw land. You could build, I had a conversation with my cousin yesterday. He is in Atlanta. I have another cousin in Houston. And everyone's attention now is in Nigeria. Like literally investing and building. We are also doing that. We are even looking at plans right now to procure land and build condominiums, like 2-bedroom condominiums catering to millennials. catering to people who necessarily don't have to wake up every day and drive to work. I mean, these are people who work with technology, they work in a digital space. So they don't have to, per se, physically go to work. They wake up every day, they hop on their computer, and they either work for a local employer in Nigeria, or they can work for a company in the US. It's happening right now. When Nigerians in Nigeria are being employed by American companies and European companies to work remotely from home, and they're paying them in hard currency that they can then take to the black market and convert at a higher rate in the black market. So the opportunities are endless, and I can't emphasize it enough. When you look at like local labor, it's stabilized and it's dropping. Just because the dollar is stronger doesn't mean labor goes up. Labor actually does not go up. When you hire a professional to provide a certain service for you, or you hire day laborers to work for you, and you negotiate whatever rate that you feel comfortable with, that has absolutely nothing to do with Forex. So why wouldn't you capitalize and build? Tomorrow, April 30th, tune into the podcast at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 noon Central, 12 noon Eastern. This is April 30th, 2022. I am speaking to a Nigerian businesswoman who lives in Minnesota. She just invested in a gas station in Akwa Ibom State and several plots of land right there in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. And she lives here in the United States of America, all because of the strength of the dollar. So be sure to tune into that. If you are not going to join us live, it's going to be a live stream. I'm going to join us live. Check for the episode in my playlist, the Mberiket podcast episode playlist, and you'll find it. This is what people are doing. Nigerians are literally, obviously the United States is our adopted home, but Nigeria is our original home. And a lot of us are leveraging the skills that we've developed overseas. We're leveraging the finances that we've earned and saved overseas. And we are sending that back home, not to send to family members to spend. We are sending it home to build out our own future, to allow us to have the option, because life's all about options, the option to be able to live 6 months in Nigeria if you want, live 6 months in the United States if you want, have homes in both countries if you want, like we do, all because of the strength of the dollar. And it's not a bad thing, because a rising tide lifts all boats. As you become successful, all these people who are going back to Nigeria to build, guess who they're hiring to run their businesses? They are hiring Nigerians, all on the strength of foreign currency Forex. So look at it from a positive perspective as opposed to a negative perspective. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the devaluation of the Naira if it's enticing or if it's eliciting people who are living abroad, Nigerians who are not just Nigerians, foreigners. I mean, you go to Nigeria right now, so many foreigners in the country. The Indians, the Lebanese, the Chinese, American nationals, European nationals. Everyone has or is trying to build some sort of footprint in Nigeria, whether they're building airports or building infrastructures or creating world-class modernized buildings. Even the fixer-upper real estate construction space is an area that is also untapped, where you can go in and pick up a fixer-upper building and modernize it. Take ideas from the United States and apply it to these buildings like we're doing. Our property in the village is essentially, it's an American style building that's gonna have all American amenities, from solar to to cable, to internet. I mean, we are literally taking America into Nigeria is what we're doing with our property in the village, because we want to be comfortable when we go home. You have to leverage, leverage, leverage. The days of just working hard, building a career here, making money and saving it, and then sending it to family members to spend, those days are over. They are long gone. Now you have to look at self-interest. So, self-interest is not selfishness. I'll be the first, when I am talking to people who reach out to me and they're looking for certain ideas of, you know, what they want to do, what should they do, first thing I tell them is, do not give your money away. Hide your money. Even if you have to do something without the knowledge of your family members, if you have to go that route, do it. I mean, you can get them involved once you've gotten to a certain, once you're at a certain stage where you feel comfortable, you feel like you've built, let's say 60 or 75% of your structure. Yes, you can bring people, you can start sharing ideas with your families. But when you are starting out, and I know I'm going off topic here, you want to keep family members away from your projects, especially at the initial stage of it, because to you, you've saved up all this money, you've set aside this time to build your future, but to them, oh wow, now he's got money. Let's just attack. Let's see what we can get out of it. And if you're not disciplined or smart enough, the reason why I'm telling you this is because it happened to my dad. He would literally go home with money to complete a project and leave only having completed like 5% of that project. Because this one will come in, oh, I need money for school fees. This one will come in, oh, I'm sick. I mean, he didn't really know how to say no. Someone like me, like, no is my middle name. Like, don't even come near me is my first name. So think about your future. Think about leveraging the strength of the United States dollar, European euro, what have you, converting it into the local currency through the black market only. You'd be doing yourself a huge disservice going through the central bank and the official exchanging at the official rate. No one does that. We all exchange through the black market. So what is the rate? Now, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria, April 29th, 2022, Friday, April 29th, 2022, today, I converted at 586. A single dollar, I converted a single dollar to 586 Naira. And that's in Akwa Ibom State. In Lagos, I've heard that it's as high as 593 in Lagos as of April 29th, 2022. So it'll be interesting to see where it is a month from now. Because a couple of weeks ago, I converted at 577. Fast forward 14 days later, it's at 586. And I only convert what I need. Yes, we have an account where we pay our employees and stuff like that, but I only convert what I need based on the current projects that I'm working on. Do you know why? Because the rates keep going up. So if I converted 1.5 million Naira 2 weeks ago, and today I'm doing another 1.5 million Naira in conversion, or however much I'm doing at a much higher rate, that's actually, I'm able to do more. Not only am I able to buy more raw materials, I can pay the employees and the contractors more, which makes them happy. It makes them happy, it makes them do good work. So all of this, everything affects everything else. But I try not to leave a significant amount of Naira, because Naira is a currency that I just don't trust. I would rather have my revenue, my cash, my money in dollars, either dollars in our US account or in our Nigerian dollar account. And then as I need it, I just convert into Naira on an as needed basis based on the current exchange rate of that day and that time. Okay. So that's it. That's the rate. That's what I wanted to share. Good luck. If you guys have any questions about Forex, drop your questions in the comment section. Be sure to like and share this video, and more importantly, subscribe so together we can grow the channel. And again, what I'm trying to do is create content, Nigerian-centric content based around business, entrepreneurship, investments. So be sure to tune in tomorrow, April 30th at 9 a.m. Pacific time for the live stream with my special guest, Victoria, who just recently invested in a filling station, a gas station in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. So all the best, guys. Catch you next time. Take care.